Hello guys, welcome to this video. Let me start this with that this build is not actually for Grandmasters, you can still play it in GMs though. But it is for every other content in the game from seasonal activities to Master Law Sector to raids to anything. You can kill enemies and have restoration and radiant buff active all the time, which also gives us 25% damage boost for PvE. If you are having trouble with any content surviving like solo flawless dungeons, master law sectors or flawless runs for any activity, even raids, try using this build and see for yourself how godly immortal build this is. The hammer build has been godly since the beginning because of the exotic Synthoceps, which is a great one which is godly itself, and it gives us a buff called Biotic Enhancements which improves our melee damage by a whopping 200% and super damage by 50%, which is insane guys. And this is after the nerfs, and here it remains the best DPS build without any weapon and gives us an insane amount of ability spamming through our mod system. Whatever we're using is for restoration and radiant to stay at all times and never leave us, so let's see what we are rocking on our subclass. So I'm using Hammer of Soul Super. You can even use the other one. So on our abilities I'm using Rally Barricade, I'm using Catapult Lift and Throwing Hammer. We will just be using our hammer and hammer and hammer, then grenades, solar grenades. So on our aspects I'm using Soul Invictus. Now this is for restoration. We need sunspots and it will give us restoration. And restoration, whenever you get your restoration, it will begin from 6 seconds instead of 2 or 4 seconds. We'll see how. On our second aspect, we're using Roaring Flames. We need it so we can increase our melee damage into 3 times because we need to stack Roaring Flames into 3 times and then boom, boom, boom and boom. On our fragments, I'm using Ember of Benevolence. Applying Restoration Cure or Radiant to allies grants increased melee, grenade and class ability regeneration for a short duration. On our second, we are using Ember of Empyrean. Solar weapon or ability final blows extend the duration of restoration and radiant effects applied to you. On our third, we are using Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant, and we will be radiant all the time because our melee is our weapon, ability, everything. So we are meleeing and we are getting radiant. On our fourth, we are using Ember of Solace. Radiant and restoration effects applied to you have increased duration. So everything goes on for radiant and restoration to be active. So let's see what we're using. I have two loadouts with this. Like if you have a long range boss or long range anti barriers that you can go close to, and sometimes you have those kind of things also. So I would prefer swap tractor cannon and use any linear fusion rifle or any heavy weapon you like which can break anti-barrier shield while you are radiant, and we are radiant all the time, so we will be breaking shield. We will be just be using this weapon and it will be fine. And unstoppables, you can stun with any weapon you want. So let's come to our mods and see what we are using, what makes this build even more OP. On our helmet, we are using 2 hands-on and 1 harmonic siphon. On our gauntlets, we are using heavy-handed, impact induction. Now, causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. So that's how we are getting our grenade very fast, and I'm also using momentum transfer. Just in case you lose your melee, causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown. So yeah, this is just for recovery. On our chest, we are using 1 concussive dampener and whatever reserve, whatever heavy weapon we are using, just for that. And on our leg armor, we are using solar weapon surge, absolution, recuperation. So you guys might be saying like, why is he using recuperation? If you're doing Grandmaster, suppose, and you are on restoration, still restoration will start from the bottom, like it will give you like recovery kind of thing and it will restore your health. But sometimes when you are low and your restoration is proc, you will need recuperation because it will already get you to your max health and you won't die with this mod on. So this is for the hardest content you're doing, harder content like Master Law Sector or Grandmasters, you can use recuperation. If you're doing this for some other easy activity, even dungeons, you can swap recuperation and use something else. On our class item, we are using 3 bombers, so we get our grenade when we use our class ability every time. So guys, thanks for watching this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel so I can bring you much better content with great consistency. And thanks for the support you've been giving me. GG Guardians, have a great day.